Hello, hello, hello.
What's up?
Up, Rival of Ether. Amateur brackets, top six, starting with winners, quarters, winners semis. We're gonna first have, well, first of all, I'm joined by Toobu. I'm Ubu, of course.
And I'm Toobu. Hi.
Hello. Have everything cleared away. Means right into Ether. Game one. Aichi, of course, being raster and mildly mild. Will brag. Let's head over to game. All right.
I like the throwing slipstream the other way to start off.
Yeah, because it coats off the coats the entire map anyway. So.
Yeah.
Yes.
I got him off stage.
Solid combo, but a little bit of a weak finisher. But it's fine as long as you keep Crag in disadvantage. Like going air to air
Yeah.
as Raster is kind of the main plan, regardless. So if you keep Crag off stage, like feeling pretty fine. Fortunate miss on the parry, but he's still wrapping it up pretty. Aichi kind of looking pretty good at the start.
Just kind of holding momentum, keeping mild and disadvantage. But I mean, they're both at kill percent right now, very easily. Craig is heavy. Raster is very light.
Very not heavy. Oh, and speaking
And
of,
that'll be it.
yeah. It's a rough moment to go for if you're IG, especially given he's at 183 now. How do you find the kill on this Crag?
Raster definitely has a bit of arthritis if you can't find a way to combo into a kill early, because unless you're landing a raw smash, his normals just don't kill until pretty late.
Alright, but now he's at low percent, so now you can start to regain some semblance of control. Ooh, that down B was so
Yep.
two of them, okay.
Didn't quite kill him off of it, but got a nice combo.
Yeah, they're risky since Crag has anti-airs that kill, or at least lead to kills. Shout outs to Rock. But
yeah, and I mean, if you're doing down B and you get up tilted out of it, you're probably not going to be DIing correctly. So
no, more than likely.
Very risky.
All right, the classic Crag nares in your face. What do you do?
Perish.
Yeah, fall. Okay, it comes in clanging after the slipstream, so it's a good way to force that out and get the kill off of it. And once again, Raster can, in this position, gain a whole lot of control. So we'll have to see how Mild responds to a situation like this, because it's 72.
Yep.
Fake Galaxy.
Fake purple.
There, so it's fine. I like how Aichi just.
Ooh, I like that dare.
Yeah, he's going off and just making this low pillar up against the wall just feel a little bit more unsafe, which is pretty good to do overall. Like edgeguarding Crag can be a little bit tricky. That's okay.
Oh, and that'll do it.
Closes out game one with just kind of the raw smash attack. I mean, shout outs to that, I guess. Good stuff. Game two. Mild's counterpick, of course, and he gets to choose wherever he wants. But, like, basically every Rivals player, he goes back to a neutral.
That's how we do it here. I guess.
I don't know. It's just hard because there's so many. Oh, is he dead? Okay, no. It's hard because there's so many good neutral stages. Like the 5 starters are all just so good, and with the exception of like maybe Forest 4, no character in the game is bad on any of them. So
Yeah.
hence why they're
Yeah.
neutrals starters.
Aichi doing a really good job just calling out Mildly's options out of disadvantage and punishing them. You're Mildly right now. You want to be figuring out how you can mix up your options out of combos, out of hit stun to set yourself back in neutral.
Pillar was still there, so he had no means of recovery.
Yeah.
I mean, you put Aichi in a great start.
Aichi opting to just jump over down B a lot of the time and punish it instead of going for the parry. Which, I mean, is fine if it works.
Yeah, and
but a lot of times that'll get you anti-aired against Krags that are using down B intentionally.
it's a tricky spot. Oh, he had the tech roll in read. He was just a little early. It's a tricky spot to do. Great parry on the rock, but if you're jumping over down B as Raster, you're putting yourself in a winning position anyway. Like, because
True.
Like, he's already trying to jump and a lot.
Gonna close out this edge guard. Oh.
Though the slipstream won't exactly get him much, much as a punish at least. Gonna come down downer? No, he's using all of these jumps super well. Like Aichi's really making sure that if he has the resource, like he might as well use it. Yeah, he might as well use it if he's under a ton of pressure.
Yeah.
Working out well. The gentleman, okay. The gentleman will eventually kill, but it's
that's Raster and Krag.
Yeah. And kind of just get flummoxed, though 43, like it's nothing. Like it doesn't take much to get you into kill percent if you're Krag.
Yeah. I appreciate the parry that freaking edge.
I thought he was gonna be put into free fall from the pillar breaking underneath him, but
he was, but then he wall jumped out of it.
Okay. That was what it was.
I want to see Mild be just a little bit more patient with his edge guards. He's like getting Aichi into a position where if he just reacts to the drift, he can land a strong, but he commits to it early and lets Aichi drift around it, unfortunately.
Almost died. He almost died straight away from that up air, but missing the kill once means Raster can just do this. It's finding stocks is so important, but that's
unfortunate.
Parry for a parry, too late on the punish. Which, like, fair. Like, you did the parry in disadvantage to begin with.
Yeah.
Cheeky starter. Not dead, but that's still a heck of a lot of damage, and still no punish.
Yeah.
Oh, that was a sour spot? Oh, that's so unfortunate. The height of these platforms just a little bit too high. And the parry is going to close out that game.
And the scraw, yep.
In a quack. At full. So, down 2-0. This, of course, being best of 5. We are in technically top 8, but top 6 either way. So, what do when you're down 2-0 and you're trying to counterpick? Why run it back to another neutral? I'm sorry to hamper on this, but I feel like counterpicking is such an important part of the game that a lot of players just kind of overlook.
Like, yeah, absolutely. I think a lot of sets are won and lost based on smart stage picks and, choosing stages to play to your strengths.
Especially with a rule set that includes DSR, which, I mean, for good reason in the case of Rivals, because there is a lot of stages. But really, deeply consider what is up around the other stages, even if it's just,
Ooh.
Okay.
The taunt.
Yeah, the taunt, the pump.
Saying, I'm a heavy, you're Raster. Get bodied.
I think he had used all of his jumps at that point, so it was just some clean anti-airs, and Krag doesn't take much. Doesn't take many of those to start killing, though Aichi evens it up pretty quickly, and 37 is barely anything.
I appreciate Mild's Nair use. You don't see a lot of low-level Crag spamming Nair like they should be, but he definitely is, which I appreciate. It's
Crag's
good,
Nair is pretty good.
understanding of the character.
Yep, full hop Nair. Just do it.
Yeah. Yeah, dude, it's like, I mean, it's Crag's best move. It's maybe the best aerial in the game. Like, you should be pressing that Nair button.
It's just kind of impressive how much a Crag player can get off of just doing, like, generally 3 things. Pull rock, down B on plats, so it extends off of them, and Nair.
Yep.
And, like, that can be your neutral, and that can be very hard for characters.
Yeah, it can be really good, especially if you know what you're doing with rock.
Yeah, very, very true. Rock is, I mean, items in general have a little bit of a learning curve, but
Yeah.
rock's certainly a good one, especially with those shards. Are very nice to try and anti.
Yeah, I like that rock play there. Unfortunately, spacing was a bit off and got reversaled, but I like the idea.
Definitely the best Mild has looked throughout this set, which, I mean, good on him to do so.
Yeah. Yeah, when you're down 2-0, it's easy to sort of just go on autopilot, but it's not letting Aichi get this for free.
Oh, the rock comes down. He's gonna have to pull another one, but that's no problem because Aichi's already in disadvantage. I was gonna say that Nair may have been better suited for an up air, but he finds the kill off of it anyway because it's Crag Nair.
Yep.
That is a... Alright. Yeah, that was game 3. Yeah. We started like 15 minutes ago, Aichi. So like... But don't worry, because I will be putting this entire VOD up on my YouTube channel, which Nightbot will post eventually. Yeah.
I respect the taunts. It's all in good fun.
Yeah, I mean, it's whatever.
Yeah, I think taunting when you're down 2 games is very different than like taunting when it's even or when you're winning.
Yeah, taunting, and there's definitely a vibe, but if you're like opened up in the first combo of a game with a 30 or 40% combo and then taunt afterwards, it's like, all right, this guy is a clown. But if you're taunting 2 games down,
yeah, you gotta respect it.
Yeah. Alright, but let's head into game 4. Ooh. This time, Aichi's counterpick, and lo and behold, he goes to an actual counterpick.
Hey, our first counterpick of the set.
Love to see it. And the color counterpick, too. Can't sleep on those. Oh, you really can't sleep. Oh, he almost died. Oh my god.
Yeah, that was almost like an ultimate Falcon combo. Just Nair all the way off the side.
Yeah, just keep doing it. It's fine. You'll get him there eventually, though. Aichi can certainly, or Mild can, nasty. He
that's
can,
rough.
Yeah, certainly rough to see it, but I mean, it's still Crag, and we're still seeing how good Mild is when he does have his boots on the ground. Unfortunately, Aichi has made it his mission to take him into the air.
Just keep him in disadvantage. But I mean, we've seen Mild live till 200+% pretty consistently this set, and Raster can really easily die at 70 off of 1 read, so...
Mild has to be careful.
Ooh.
He had been reusing that same pillar like over and over and over again, which,
yeah,
I mean, it's there, but it's only gonna sink faster and faster. And the parry on the shards too, Aichi just is looking.
The parry on the down.
He's looking very ready for this matchup.
It seems like Aichi's got a bit of a download on Mildly's rhythm.
And a couple jabs into the forward tilt isn't gonna be. It's not gonna be the play that you need right now as Mild, because you've already taken your raster tax of 70. So
yeah.
Now is where you really need to start hunting a little bit further. Unfortunately, Aichi looks like he's ready just to kind of close out this game, whether it be from a suffocating, like I'll choke you out eventually. it kind of weak
Messed up
parry
the
punish.
Yeah, that's rough. Going for the... I don't think that up smash reaches that plat, does it?
I don't believe so.
Maybe it was supposed to be an up air?
Could be. Oh, but he gets the fair out of out of disadvantage, just kind of coming right down with it. So not a 3 stock,
Ooh.
and it's a JV. Update.
That's a good first set.
Oh yeah. Super, pretty solid. Good stuff on Aichi's part to that one through, and I really did like the counterpick to Blazing Hideout. It not only did prior it make anti-airs like up strong, not at frags up strong, not as effective.
Yep.
But
Gives Raster a safer way to land, but lets him just sort of spam up air on the under the plat to catch Crag's landings.
On top of just having a generically good tool, which being a fall through up air. Fall through forward air. That's the one.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Through the platform, just like constantly being able to pressure the Crag as he and pressure Mod as he was trying to set up on. But one side of winners and done, we have got to get to your side. Young Left against
Misumi is, I believe, Mexican Rano. I'm pretty sure they're Ziren's brother.
He's Young Left's Zetterburn. Big fan of Zetter. He's basic by design. Like, he's meant to be kind of the character that anyone can pick up. Also.
Yep. Yeah, I'm a Zetter main for that reason. My brain isn't big enough for any of the other characters.
But it's like, it's good, right? It's the good kind of simple. It reaches this point where everything just kind of works together in a seamlessly strong fashion, and you don't have to worry about picking up a character and learning them from the ground up. You can just know rivals and work on optimizing your. That's why personally I think he's one of the best best secondaries in the game, because he's a really solid matchup spread, and most of his stuff benefits off of just having strong fundamentals. Same thing can be said for Rano in some regard as well, but Rano is a little bit more like specialist Zetterburn in a lot of ways.
Yeah, for sure.
Game. Merchant, by the way, which I feel like is a really good stage for Zetter.
Yeah, I usually ban it in this matchup, but it's just a preference thing.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I can definitely see that. Matchup spreads are odd.
Ooh. Hey, I like the down air. I like the fireball.
I love down air. I really do love Zetter's down air. It's just like this ultimate reset tool, and being able to go like down air shine, double jump nair, double jump up air. Like, that's just so much damage and so much advantage off of one potential reset, which you can find off of any of his aerials. Like,
yeah, so good as punish. Ooh, and bad DI on the fair and take that stock.
We take those kind of moments.
Yep. I like the option for run off bear into combo for punish.
I've been digging Left's combo tree at the moment. He's doing a really solid job of trying to link stuff into bear, or at least find ways to get up tilt into bear, and just get that fire started right away. Always have that that setup for danger. Yet another downer and missing the roll read off of the wage dash forward.
Spaghetti.
Oh, he be throwing out strong. That's the kind of strongs you want to see, though. Like, at least if you're Zetterburn. Misumi's kind of looks like they're floundering a little bit, which is unfortunate to say the least. Yeah, double roll.
Yeah. Yeah, Misumi really wants to just get this back to even. But, ooh. Nice read. We'll call that a read.
Yeah, I'm gonna call that a read. That seemed like it, at least.
I mean, he did up strong, and like Misumi rolled into it. That's a read.
Mild, we have just watched one, but don't worry, I will be uploading this entire VOD to my own YouTube channel, which Nightbot will eventually post. It'll probably be up on Tuesday.
Ooh, unfortunate.
Yeah, that's gonna be a rough way to close the game.
Ooh, I really like that conversion.
It may be on the Recess channel. I'll have to ask Cyber. And if it is, then it'll be on both.
It looked like might have been going for like a Shine Waveland down strong, but missed the Waveland with and the Shine up strong. That was a Shine Wave Dash up strong, right? Not the true version.
Yeah, that was Shine Wave Dash up strong.
Yeah. That's very nice. Very nice finisher. Good stuff from Big Left that game. Young Left, sorry.
Yeah, just really like a really strong start. Like I mentioned before, he had just like a really solid combo tree going about, which is a very important first step to take in Rivals. Like you can play.
Yeah.
Neutral is kind of character dependent on what kind of tools you have and what you're trying to set up. But if you know your combo tree, suddenly like getting that first hit and maintaining your advantage is gonna be that much stronger compared to other contemporary platform fighters, at least in the modern era, where combo tree doesn't make as much of a difference as advantage. But damage he was getting was no joke.
Yeah, especially on Zetter when kill percent is 65.
Yeah, very true. Alright, let's get into this. Yay!
I respect the Fire Capital pick. You just want to go Needle Camp. It's a good place to be.
Yeah, and if you're worried about scrapping, then you just kind of have infinite places to retreat to.
Exactly. You can get away from Zetter's massive swords a little bit better on this stage than other stages. Although, Young Left just kind of keeping him in the blender right now. I love the nairs of the up tilts. Ooh, and the up strong.
Very nice.
That's a very nice conversion in string. Misumi unfortunately holding in on a lot of nairs, which let him extend the combo in ways that he wouldn't have otherwise been able to, but still very nice. Oh, lucky.
There comes the up strong though, but it's not gonna kill quite yet. Though having all these stacks is important. Actually something I've noticed throughout as we get to the general midway point of this game too. Young Left has not been caught by a tongue. He got parry into down strong, but Fire Capital will keep him alive. Oh, just that little bit longer.
Interesting, not opting to down B and get a double jump.
Oh, he used his wall jump way too early there.
Oh yeah, that's rough.
The fire should have, the down B should have been over around that time, so he could have been just upbeat them.
Yeah.
More. Dash attacks. Yep, there it is.
Yep.
Still, if you're only getting dash attack bared by Rano, you're feeling pretty good. Misumi's kind of cutting off these combos super early.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, neutral's not super one-sided, but Young Left is just really consistently getting 30, 40, 50% off of one neutral win, whereas Misumi's basically getting 2 hits and resetting to neutral.
Yeah, and most often they'll look for a strong afterwards, which in a spot like this is perfectly fine, but you miss once and suddenly your edge guarding is going to look a little bit more sus.
Yeah.
But, Rano's got a big
that
F
one
strong.
worked.
Yeah, could definitely see Young Left's recovery routes and more of his offstage play in general get a little bit of a polish as he keeps grinding the game. Ideally,
Absolutely, yeah.
because on stage,
But
his movement looks super clean. He's able to like, I mean, we saw like the wave dash confirm into all of these different strongs, up and down strong, respectively. Ooh.
yeah, and I mean, learning to recover effectively and mix up your recovery is definitely a hurdle that every new Zetter player has to overcome. But it's getting the job done in this set for sure.
Yeah, for sure. It's just it does make you know like if a player is confident in their edge guarding, or at the very least in their ability to go off stage, then that could and open up the cracks in Young Left's game plan specifically. Whether or not Misumi will learn to do that or feel comfortable enough doing that remains to be seen.
Yep.
To witness that, I suppose. Again, this game is so good.
It is. Gotta appreciate the epic tag, by the way.
Oh yeah, because you do be epicking up. You know what I mean? Oh, okay, solid.
Yeah,
read.
dude.
I think the Rival soundtrack's on Spotify as well, but I guess that's neither here nor there. Great parry.
I really like the fact that Young Left is opting for a lot of up tilt and bear in neutral, because that's what Zetter wants to do against Rano. You want to use the fact that you have these massive safe disjoints to anti-air Ranos, unfair aerials, and then if he tries to dash attack, you whiff punish it. And Young Left, in general, has been doing a pretty good job of that, although losing the first stock in this game.
Yeah, he's okay. Getting caught a little bit with some awkward DI, but still, all in all, pretty strong. Bug final. I'm not streaming that. You can do it though. Anyway, yeah. Okay, so aside from that the awkward DI and down strong though, Misumi's playing this game a little bit more, a little bit stronger, a little bit more close to the chest. Like they're not trying to make it, they're not trying to overextend against these said disjoints. Just keeping pretty grounded. Yeah. A little bit careful with the rolls. Sometimes these rolls are, they're getting called out a little bit. Like Epic has, excuse me, Young Left has been trying to hunt with these big reads on a lot of strong attacks pretty frequently throughout the games. Good tech
and even there you see he was going for the tech chase on the roll in, missed the follow up, but like he clearly understands the roll habit.
Yeah, and he definitely knows how to keep his distance as well. But playing around these platforms pretty well, and Misumi just throwing out F-Strongs.
And that is it. Some sus DI in the fair. Close out the set. Good stuff to Young Left.
Yeah, that definitely looked very convincing towards the end. Misumi just, every time they were on stage, it was F-Strong, F-Strong, F-Strong. And like, solid. Yeah. It's an alright move. Not the 10th time in a row, but it's an alright move.
Yeah, I think Misumi will definitely have a lot of success if they just practice their follow-ups a little bit. Work on setting up into kills, down tilt up strong, needles Dacus, needle fair, rather than looking for raw kill moves in neutral.
It's been definitely looked like it would not rig. Alright, everybody, I have to download some more replays. More of them.
How's it go in chat? Mildly, who do you want to thug finals? Thanks for the raid, Excalibur.
Oh, Albert, thank you for. I appreciate that, and you. All right. Oh, two of these are the same. Also, there it is. Not only is that my Twitter, but also there's my YouTube channel. So that will be there. That will be where the VODs are up probably on Tuesday. As I think I have. Yeah, okay, so Aichi and Young Left both sent. That's. But we're gonna head into first. Toobu comes, yeah, he's right there.
What's up, Excalibur?
Alright, I guess. It's going alright. It's going pretty alright. I will just.
Yeah.
Gathering some.
What is that so far? Got to watch some nice Zetter gameplay, some nice Raster, some nice Crag. A good time.
Okay. Now big fan of Zetter. Getting like. We're gonna go with Miles versus Mild first. That'll be losers round 3, so that's losers top 6. Sorry for the. Trying to remember to remind people to actually give me their replays.
Yeah, it's understandable that you would, forget and recess amateur bracket, right? Like this could be one of your first, like maybe your first time being on stream ever, but there is a whole channel that tells you how to do it, and you do get pinged.
Andy. Still, we have got me and Mild Crag that we saw earlier, but Miles is Shovel Knight.
Ooh, hopefully we'll get to see some fun block and rock play in this matchup. There's a lot of silly things that can happen.
Yeah, it's gonna be interesting to say the least. God, Shovel Knight is just kind of that character where everything about this matchup is everything about this character is kind of awkward to confront and deal with. So,
oh yeah, he's super counterintuitive to fight.
But the same thing can be kind of said for Crag sometimes. He just has these like rock and all of its angles, and all of its like pebble angles, and how downbeat the spires always look for a floor so they can go off platform and spawn. It can be kind of awkward. Understand Crag's true area of effect, especially on a stage with a lot of platforms, of which there are plenty in this stage, in this game, with the exception of. But we'll have to see how they go about it. Game. Jules Vale. Jules Vale to start. This is the second time we've seen it. And look like they're kind of off to the same kind of game plan that they had been in Winterside, which was Nair.
And that is Nair and Rock. That's the correct game plan. You can't argue with it.
No, not at all, but it gotta be.
The Shovel Knight Classic, the F-Strong.
Yeah, Shovel Knight's that strong. Pretty good move. It's been known to be pretty good. Alright, gets fish, by the way. So that's one fish.
Yeah, that's big. I think Miles can buy like a relic now and like half an armor. I don't know the prices, but I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, I think he should be able to absolutely afford that.
Right, whatever that is.
Momentum Mails. Yeah, good look on the slide.
Yeah.
It's basically halfway to to Shovel Knight's final form.
The momentum mail and ghost gloves.
Yeah, there's that absolute shenanigans. So though sometimes you do want the mobile gear.
Yeah, that's unfortunate.
Yeah. But yeah, sometimes you do want mobile gear, depending on, kind of truthfully, depending on matchup. Another fish? Bruh. But either way,
Out here feeding his family.
Yeah, he's certainly thriving, and he's got the ghost gloves, so now it's truly going to be a little bit of a hassle for Mild just to actively approach from just like straightforward. He has to get creative. Luckily, Rock lets you be creative, or at the very least be non-committal.
Also, I bet Cragdown B is probably good against at least, low-level play with ghost gloves, because it'll just beat them.
Fair enough. Yeah, it just kind of forms that blockade.
Yeah. Seems like Mild has a pretty good grasp on neutral, but we've seen him just sort of flounder a little bit when he starts getting blendered by a lot of characters. Well, by Shovel Knight and Raster at least. He's not quite sure how to DI the Shovel Knight dash attack, the Raster stuff. Which, I mean, is a good thing to have as a problem, because it's very easy to fix.
Up strong,
with
man.
the dash attack up strong.
That's the power of momentum now, right? Like the dash, Shovel Knight's dash attack is already like incredibly good, and then you add onto it like a very strong, a very solid up strong that you can move on forward. Into you know what's crazy? Who needs the eye when you have neutral? Well, I mean, fair, but also no, because optimal DI lets you get back to neutral, or in the best case scenario, lets you stay in neutral even after getting hit. Crazy, I know. Get into gear.
Ooh, and we've got a genuine counter pit coming out from Mild for the first time we've seen this bracket.
And I really like this stage.
Very solid frag stage.
Yeah, this is a really good one. It's got very wide blast zones or very wide blast zones in the corners, which lets Crag live with good DI. A ton of space to move around, but unfortunately, Shovel Knight.
Yeah, that's a Shovel Knight moment. Gotta get used to just holding up when you think you're gonna get F smashed.
I would answer that question, Mild, but I don't play Raster, so I'm not quite sure what are the best stages to go against him. But this one seems like it's alright. Like, at the very least, going to a neutral stage only serves to help Raster more than only serves to keep you both even instead of trying to help out Raster at all. So might as well try a stage that you know your character is good on.
Yeah.
Ah, that was super clean. Down air, the down air pogo.
And we're seeing him opt for the the armor that lets you get mid-air smash attacks off of a dare, rather than the momentum mail this game. Wonder why.
With the smaller, or at least the closer side blast zones, maybe he's trying to really exploit that with a massive changeup. Which, I mean, it's a fair idea, and you're landing a lot of strongs anyway, so not right.
Yeah, and if you get like like a dare up smash randomly and you catch sus DI, that's gonna kill it like 50. So that'll kill right there too. That was Meals Up, very convincing 2-0.
Yeah, that's Shovel Knight Dare, and it's column-esque hitbox. Gotta if you don't get mad at it, you have to laugh at it. So
yeah, that move is kind of nuts.
Good, good. That's a quick 2-0 on Mila's part. So got to be a change up now. Like depending on where you go or what you do,
Yep.
you gotta have some sort of setup at the very least when you, regardless of what stage you trend. But
we also saw Mild down 2-0 in winners, and then he started bringing it back. So let's see what happens.
Yeah, that's the benefit of 3 out of 5s. Like you have a lot of time to build yourself up to more competitive games. Unfortunately, Game 3 is quite pivotal. In this, then, or getting to 2 games first is quite pivotal, but how it goes. Guys tells us that the next stage pick was random. Fun and confident.
I mean, if you get 2 stocked on your like strategic counter pick, I kind of respect it. Just see what happens.
Fair enough. Like, why not, right?
Yeah. I like the string for Mild. Very nice conversion.
Going out there, like Milas has shown just absolutely no fear, and these nairs as well. Like solid stuff as a sort of retaliating factor. Landing with the dare was definitely greedy, but you're only at 83. You can afford a couple hits here and there, especially since a lot of the times Shovel Knight won't start like raw true combos in a lot of stuff. He looks to read your DI and read your options in disadvantage to close out with a strong.
Yeah.
Correct.
Yeah, if you ask me to name a Shovel Knight combo, I couldn't. Like.
Yeah, it's like he has like dare into dare and stuff, and there's he has some like nair trains that he can do. Great parry on the anchor, brother.
Ooh, the taunt hitbox coming in clutch.
I love that hitbox, by the way. I think it's hilarious. If there's anything at Shovel Knight that I can say, yeah, I genuinely think that's really fun and cool.
Ooh, dare up smash and the taunt.
It's Chester's hitbox. He's a homie. But he did again go for the
the smash attack one.
Yeah, I don't remember what it's called. But I wonder why he's trying to bet so high roll with his money, or at least with his equipment. Now that's playing prepared.
The shards.
The down strong will.
And yeah, rough DI and the down strong.
Alright, this is looking much like Mild's game, and again,
yeah,
like these parries are so huge and just really stuffing Mila's offense.
Yeah, it seems like he's really caught on to some predictable hitboxes and is just punishing them really hard.
Yeah, just to kind of if they pick a defensive option more often, it's gonna come like with a jab or something right afterwards. So a quick 77 that you've gotta be a little bit more prepared for.
Mild, I know you're in chat. You gotta DI out on Shovel Knight jab. If you get jabbed, hold out. You'll be fine.
Okay.
He said, the only time I actually mean a taunt negatively is when playing against Shovel Knight.
I respect it.
Me too.
There's just characters you don't like, and
Yeah, dude.
regardless, like for me, that's Rano. Actively hate Rano. For mild, seems to be Shovel Knight, which hey,
Yeah.
I can understand that.
Hating Shovel Knight. Shovel Knight's the only character that like I don't have fun fighting.
Yeah,
Trials is a really fun game, but Shovel Knight's not.
Shovel Knight makes it not. SK, Rano, and yeah, I mean, those seem to be like a common trend, right? Like Shovel Knight, Rano, and give or take Eliana or like Clarin is often the third one.
Yeah.
But it's like
Ori.
Shovel Knight, Ori, yeah, like Shovel Knight and Rano just never seem to leave that like I really don't want to play against you.
Yeah. So I mean it just feels bad, right? Like the clangs feel bad to get hit by, and then like if you wanna play the matchup correctly, you have to platform camp him. And then with Rana, like needles and
Yeah,
yeah.
needles and a half screen command grab. Fuck that shit. Either way, let's
I
get
don't
in.
mind tone too much because you just like short hop over it and kill them.
Yeah, and
But
you can parry it as well, so it's not like the worst thing in the world, but God,
yeah.
it just feels like if you're trying to avoid it, then
Yeah.
like
It is.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I think that's dumb, and I.
Let's see if Mild can carry some of that momentum into this game 4.
Very true, very true. To get back on topic instead of delving into my my ranting pool, let's get into game 4 instead. As this is the Mila's counterpick. I honestly am not fully sure how much Shovel Knight gets off of Tower of Heaven or the triplats in general, but Mila's counterpicks here.
Yeah, I know Trouble is supposed to be a really good Shovel Knight stage. I don't know why, because I don't interact with Shovel Knight games, but I know it's supposed to be really good.
Mild, I don't know. I don't do seeding. I'm just the dumb idiot streamer, man. Oh.
Yeah. The general answer to that though is that seeding is based on overall results, not player matchups. So if you beat someone but they outplace you, they'll be seated above you. Nice bear catching the susty eye.
Yeah. Yeah, I like Mild's just like general approach to movement on this stage. Like he's been doing a lot of wave landing a lot more, while Mila's likes to go to top plat. Yeah, almost. Mila's likes to go to top plat in a lot of cases, which I mean that's why you pick the stage, right? So you can retreat to top platform, or at the very least, wow, nice pillar. At the very least, you can use it for some cheesy vertical kills like that. Exactly.
Very nice. Yeah. Mild's looking like he figured something out here in this set.
Yeah, and now we see the switch back to momentum mail. Like he's not trying to high roll with the area smash attacks anymore, which I
think is the right choice, especially against Krag's character you want to be really mobile against.
Yeah, like I can understand the smash attack armor being strong in order to close out stocks early, but you're kind of choosing a combo game that is already pretty limited, as opposed to just like my neutral is gonna be better because I have this. Yeah. Also, abuse Krag up air. Like Nair into up air is also it just works.
Yeah, go watch ZB's Skyline run. Just the absolute cheese.
Yeah. Just watch ZB in general. Like even if you don't play Krag, that guy's cracked.
It seems like Miles is starting to pick up on Mild's adaptations, mix up his timing more, and as I say that, gets parried and dies for it. But
parries be like that. That is good. Set up for Mild, and I mean I completely agree with your assessment. Really seems like Mild has like figured something out, at the very least with the timings overall. Like we're seeing a ton more parries in these past 2 games.
Yeah, I'm seeing a lot of sus DI on F smashes from both players. I think part of that is if you're coming from Smash and you hear someone tell you, oh, to survival DI, hold up and in, your Smash player brain will think that's mostly in, but a little up. In Rivals, you want to hold mostly up and a little in. If you think you might get hit by like a Smash attack and like an F smash and you don't know what direction it's going to send you, just hold up. You won't die unless it's like endless, right? Especially on Crag and Shovel Knight. Your DI should be mostly up and a little bit in for survival.
Timing is actually something you can work that out in training mode. There's a very nice training course where it tells you to. It basically teaches you how to swap your DI pretty quickly, which I don't remember what the name of the course is, but it is very, very helpful at doing exactly that.
I think it's Advanced Defense.
Yeah, I think. At least it sounds like that would be the. But either way, it's the training mode in this game. Is just really fucking good. So
Yeah.
even if you replay some of the training modes, like it's generally gonna be pretty helpful because it's just raw practice. Even if it is you're using Zetterburn, the stuff applies across the board. And this game, of course, is based off of was originally based off of Project M as opposed to Brawl or Smash 4. Compare it again to the Smash stuff. And Smash 4 is where the UI changed from perpendicular to vectoring. So this still considers more perpendicular to be a little bit stronger than straight vectoring. Holding in isn't much compared to holding up, getting into the blast zone.
Yeah. The other thing to know about that is that in this game, drift is binary. So either you're drifting in or you're not. So as long as you're holding in a little bit, holding more in won't do anything.
Anyway, we got ourselves a game 5. Let's stop the chit chat and get ready.
Gonna see the reverse 3-0 for Mild, or are we gonna see Miles pull something out? Going to FD, pretty good stage for both of these characters. It's one of my bans against both of them.
I ban this stage eternally.
Yeah.
I never want to play here.
Oh yeah, it's just the worst stage.
Oh yeah.
I really. Sorry.
No, it's still like it's solid for characters like Shovel Knight because he has those. He has the dust gauntlets that make traveling horizontally or pressuring horizontally a non-issue.
Yeah. I really want to see Mild get more off of these low percent parries than a strong and a neutral reset. You can just like have a default parry punish, like with Crag, just run up and dare nair automatically, and that'll get you more damage and put you in a better situation than just doing a strong at low percent.
It's absolutely bonkers, by the way, how much damage each hit of Crag nair does. Like, why?
Yeah.
Also, okay, he does still have he had his pillar and parry, 2 parries. That's so nice. At 3 parries. Again, a weaker punish, but at the very least, it's 18%. And that's mid-game when you're, mid-game 5 when your nerves are probably going crazy. Like, that is, at the very least, not nothing.
Like the rock play here from Mild.
Yeah, this is just ledge trapping 101. Like, spires, rock is on the floor. Like, how careful are you gonna be?
I saw a back air instead of an up air there. Probably a misinput, because I think up air would have killed.
At 159, for sure. But the forward air does close it out, and Mild regains a little bit of control that he had prior. Again, the armor, the armor is the smash attack armor. I want to really point that out. I mean,
and if your melee's here, you're on your tournament stock. You're potentially gonna get reverse 3-0'd. You need to be thinking about why you're about to get reverse 3-0'd and what you can change up right now to pull out one more stock. And maybe the answer is what's it called? The gear one.
Yeah, mobile gear.
Yeah, mobile gear. Maybe that's the answer.
Yeah, it's a really something different. It's a more dedicated projectile that you can throw out. It's huge damage, by the way.
because of the way it moves, it's really good at just controlling flat surfaces, especially like FD if your opponent doesn't know how to parry it, which Mild's parries have been pretty good, but I don't know if you can consistently parry gear.
On top of
right now,
on top of it being the first look you have at gear, yes, you can parry it.
Exactly.
Oh, but that up air not quite gonna do it yet. Shovel Knight equally heavy. This is getting to massive kill percent.
Any stray strong will.
That's how that
do
interacts.
it.
Gear just stops.
Yeah, and then disappears. Oh, is that not gonna die? Good deal. Ooh,
Why would you challenge that? That was
that was the madman. Oh.
Yeah, invulnerable on the.
But back air instead of up air, fair. And that'll do it.
That lost him the game. That back air instead of not committing to up air and instead committing to these back airs instead of closing out. Closing out stocks really awesome.
Great stuff to melees though, pulling out the clutch at the end of that game. Yeah, Mild seems like he did a lot of bear after down B in general, which was losing him out on damage or kills pretty consistently. I think Mild will do a lot better if he just sort of tightens up his punish game, right? Going for bear or going for up air fair instead of bear there. Getting, using a combo starter instead of a strong for low percent parry punishes. Just tightening up some advantage state stuff, I think will go a lot farther.
Yeah, it's certainly rough to see a loss to a lingering hitbox, but at the same time, there was a lot of instances for Mild that he just flat out, like, he didn't take the stock when he had the chance to, which, if you... I hate to be the locus, if anyone understands this reference, but, like, if your opponent misplays, that's you. Like, it doesn't matter. Like, if your opponent SDs or your opponent, like, misplays, misinputs, that's on them. You take those.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
At least in bracket. In friendlies, or casuals, that line can... That's at least the...
Yeah.
Anyway, we've got ourselves the other side, and oh boy, I can't wait to tell you guys that what we're going to be getting is a Rano Ditto.
Ba-da-ba-da. Woo.
We got...
Who are the Ranos?
We've got ourselves Misumi, backup, and Jason. Rano. Now, this doesn't go for just Rano. This goes for and again, biased opinion. This goes for every character. I hate Dittos. I think Dittos are not fun.
Zitter Dittos fun as heck.
Maybe. I don't know. They're like they're fine for a little bit until the Zetter starts like. Until both of you start like neutral tech down smashing, and then it just stops being.
That's the best part. That's the best part. And then you mix it up with neutral tech up smash. And mix up the timing. And...
I mean, that's that's the realest mix up there.
Yeah, dude.
Anyway, we got ourselves a Ditto, and I'm sorry, I'm not gonna have the best of insight, but I'll help out where I can when it comes to just like situational awareness, which I think is going to be the crux of a matchup like this, where you're both combo-oriented characters that have a very passive neutrals, so any one opening is going to be massive, and how far you can take that, or whether or not it results in a stock or an offstage situation, is going to wins each game.
Yep. Normally, needles are really good at forcing an approach and just applying pressure by existing, but like, they both have needles. I wonder how that plays out in neutral.
I mean, we'll have to see as game one, both of them go right away to a much smaller stage. So this is gonna be...
Yeah, the stage Plat Drop City for Rano's insane Nair Bear Plat Drops.
Rano's Nair
already from Jay we're
longer than
seeing
World
some.
War II. It does.
It does.
Alright, solid.
Rano's Nair starts on frame 4, I believe, and
Yeah.
is active for 27 frames.
Ridiculous. Absolutely insane.
Yeah.
People think this character's bad. I don't understand. Oh, great parry, though.
But as we were saying that, Jason took the first stock.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Sorry, I thought Misumi did. And then I looked at the stock count.
Yeah, Misumi is the
It's-
pink,
yeah.
Jason's the like purple and green. I like Misumi's skin, by the way. It looks nice. I also like Jason's. These are some nice colors.
Yeah, big fan of the custom colors.
Yeah.
Oh, the-
Ooh, I really like the attempt to punish that with the tongue. That's definitely optimal. Just messed up the timing a little bit. And some Sustia and F Smash, that'll do it.
Dash. I'm great dash attacks, by the way, guys. I'm torn on what is it, Rano F Strong, because I feel like it's really good until it isn't. But
Rano mains say that it's really, really bad, and I think they're right, because it's just weak, but it sends in an angle where, like, if you're playing versus someone who you think isn't going to DI it properly, or you just think that you're going to surprise them, it'll kill really early.
yeah, and I think the best thing about it is the reel back and then the push forward, so it hits very far and can make for a solid just raw whiff punish. But
Yeah.
I mean,
I
Rano
really
just
like
has so many.
that,
Oh, really great fair.
That was a very nice edge guard from Jay, using short hop nair to catch Misumi's attempt to land on the platform. Then I think intercepting with a super jump up to catch the high recovery attempt and closing that with a fair. Just very nice, smart flowchart advantage state.
Yeah, it was just like kind of super clean at the end, just going to platform to scare the high recovery, making sure to toss out needles at proper angles. Like, it was just like I know my character and I know where to punish his weaknesses.
Yeah.
Let's see how much that continues, especially since Misumi prior was having trouble. Gentlemen, Misumi prior was having trouble with closing out her combos and closing out her advantage with minimal, and they would often find like minimal damage, not minimal damage. They'd often find suboptimal damage.
Yeah, I mean, right there, Misumi tried to whiff punish Tongue with an F smash instead of, maybe a dash attack, maybe a nair. I think Misumi will do a lot better if they just figure out what to do off of Rano's combo starters. Although, right there, that was a decent string coming out. But then just fishing for the F smashes while you're at advantage instead of trying to extend advantage states. And we've got needles.
Respectable needles. A run up. Oh, okay.
And yeah, again, F strong will just kill you if your DI isn't on point.
Yeah, it's. I mean, look how far it hits, right? It goes over halfway of the crates. Like, that's a pretty decently ranged move for a character that doesn't usually have the best of disjoints. Yeah. Like, Rano's moves are quick and last a long time, or both, but they're not usually disjointed.
Stuff. Yeah. Nice tongue. That was just good.
Good timing. Yeah. Wow. Solid gameplay. Way to go.
I like the delayed recovery to read and then punish the F strong. Again, something we've been seeing a lot tonight is people going for strongs, just sort of charging them preemptively on edge guards. And you sort of have the right idea where in a lot of these situations, if they don't have resources, you can get a guaranteed strong in theory. But that's only if you actually react to the recovery routes and to the drift. If you start doing it preemptively and give them time to react to what strong you're charging and change their recovery or their drift accordingly, then you're going to get punished. Just a little bit more patience with the edge guarding will help. Will go a long way.
And I'm definitely a huge fan of Jay's bubble combo routes.
Oh yeah.
Unfortunately, caught by yet another F strong, but his bubble routes have been super clutch in terms of getting him back into this game too. It's just a matter of can he get the bubble. Misumi has been pretty good at finding the parries. Now in a spot like this, go off and hit them. Oh. Rip. Something you take though if you're Jay. You're not trying to let the opposing Rano snowball, of which the character can do extremely well.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. I know we were talking about how Edstrom like isn't an optimal punish, but the timing there to whiff punish that tongue was actually really nice, even if the punish itself wasn't great.
And
yeah,
Rano can be a little bit annoying in the sense that dash attack does have a blind spot, so you do need to space yourself correctly.
Yeah. Yeah, I really like Jay's ability to just sort of use Rano's big, long-lasting hitboxes to cut off Misumi's options and keep him in the corner. Although there, Misumi's going to catch the landing with an up strong and take game 2.
Yeah, that super jump, like, I understand the idea of, like, you're trying to rush down Misumi, who looked like they were going to land on the top platform, but a very quick fast fall on Misumi's part gets them down. Gets them down in a position to anti-air. Good stuff. Rano's up strong is pretty good at hitting everywhere. It's big. It's a big move. Big strong move.
Yeah.
Good out of 10. Head back to game 3, pivotal one for in a 1-1 spots. Frozen. You know what? I really like this stage. For characters that really do, or rather have to emphasize movement as a solid parry punish gets right underway. This is a very, very strong stage for exactly that. Characters like Forceburn, for instance, Zetterburn in some matchups. Oof.
Yeah.
And characters like Rano can definitely make use of the or Kane as well. Make use of the broader stage and this really wonderful platform layout. SDs aren't great, but they don't lose you the game either. It's taking his time a lot more.
Got some neutral. That was a really nice run off there to sort of catch the attempt to retreat.
And I really like how Jay's still taking his time even with an early SD. Like he's not letting an early SD mean, oh, I have to approach all the time now and this is gonna get ugly.
Absolutely.
Like he only took 46% over like a minute and a half. That's really disciplined play.
Yeah, that shows really good composure, really smart. Because I mean, it's very easy to SD and then be like, oh, I have to get a kill, and then it snowballs because you're playing worse. But Jay just keeping his composure, playing well. Misumi though is racking up more of a lead.
And these F-Strongs again are like they're such big haymakers that, or maybe not haymakers, they're such big commitments that aren't necessarily finding a ton of reward, though that roll-in was incredibly well timed for the massive punish. Good parry as well, and that's, yet again, huge damage and something that Jay really needs in order to get back into it.
And committed a little bit too early on the strong attack to edge guard, although very nice setup and up smash there. Let's see if
on the wrong
Misumi
way.
can. Looks like Misumi might be able to get the stock off. Does he have the edge guard? Oh. I really like the Needle Storm to mix up the timing there, but Misumi's still getting a solid punish.
And he had full charge of needles as well to keep the pressure going.
Yeah. Ooh. Oh, got double tongue.
See, you landed up air 1, which would have been okay, that's gonna do it, yeah. Up air 1 usually is a great time to lead into down tilt, but it's a move that we're seldom seeing across this entire set. Both Jay and Misu aren't really using down tilt all of that much, which is surprising given it's Rano. Like, Rano's down tilt's crazy. Not the biggest, but it sets up into so much.
Yeah, absolutely.
Game 4, and Jason running it right back. You know, like, hey, if you're confident in your counter pick and you realize that, hey, I was playing a 2-stock game I was playing 2 stocks of 3 from the very start. Yeah, you can play into this.
Yeah, it's a respectable decision. I think if you win here too, that's a good mental advantage, right? Both in terms of giving yourself confidence, and another F strong is going to take that stock.
Take my in. I think this goes back to what you were saying prior, where it looks like both Misumi and Jay are vectoring with their DI, which you don't need to do. You can just DI up and slightly in, and
just
fine.
up on your stick. You will live that move until like 160.
Missing the platform to continue the bubble punish, which lets Jay recover. There was a down tilt, but missing the up strong rolls. Rolling. I mean, F strong, yeah, pretty good. It's not good, but it's working this situation. Couple nairs go. Nothing too ridiculously out of hand thus far. Just Jay constantly being able to properly anti-air out. Good use of up tilt, which is so not really seen thus far, or not really fully utilized as of yet in this set.
Yeah, Rano's up tilt generally isn't a great anti-air because it doesn't have much disjoint. But the thing is, it's a huge hitbox, and Rano himself doesn't have much disjoint, and especially doesn't have a good way to put a hitbox below him. So it seems like it's a really solid anti-air in the Ditto specifically.
On top of it, since it is so tall, you're able to pressure this middle platform extremely well. I really like that change up instead of just dash attacking back and forth. It's like, all right, we'll parry here and have enough of this. Oh, 2 parries as well, and that can let Jay start to swim away with this. Pardon the pun.
Needle F strong, that was solid. And I like the bubble tongue recovery from Jay. It's a really good option.
Yeah, just a pretty excellent recovery mix-up for a character whose up special isn't the greatest in terms of raw distance, and the call-out on the parry. That's solid punish, and a really solid game 4 going to Jason. We get yet again. Hacking away these needles again, going just to a raw neutral. Like, don't try and overcomplicate things. If you're Misumi, like, the best, while your damage output may not be the best, Misumi has been doing great when it just comes to raw neutral. Just these 1 to 2 hit conversions and being able to reset. Like, that's all. That's all they need, and this feeds into their strengths.
Why does it say Jay has 3 in the upper right corner?
I just saw that too, and the only thing I can think of is maybe they did a button check before.
That could be, yeah.
Yeah, but these were the 5 games they sent me, so. I don't know, but Misumi takes the first stock with, hey, guess what? Rano F strong. Rolling. Rolling. Alright, maybe that's the other thing that has been permeating throughout this game. Both of these players roll a lot. Which isn't exactly terrible. I mean, Rano's roll is pretty quick. Gets a decent amount of distance on it. But it's one of those habits that will get you blown up in in just one level above.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, if you're playing in RC and like doing amateur bracket, you want to make sure that you're also playing against, you know, better players, maybe entering like an open tournament or competing in RAS. Something where you're not just exclusively playing against RC amateur level players, because it'll be really easy to develop habits that, you know, this level of player isn't great at punishing. But then once you start doing better in pools because of that, and then you go to main, you get blown up because you have a really bad habit.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Also, thank you, Morrison, for the raid. How was Sea of Thieves? And of course, I hope everyone enjoys the Rivals of Ether that we got going. Rano Ditto, Game 5. And a last stock situation, even better. Another roll in. Okay, it's been working out though, especially with these overcommitments on the tongue.
Yeah, I wonder. I'm the like dash attack, hit fall nair, and then just run away and shoot a needle. I'm curious, like what the decision making process is there. Because in general, you want to be really comfortable with your, and that'll take it. Mizumi winning the Ditto.
Yeah, it's absolutely.
That's snatching to victory.
Yeah, it's a little bit of an awkward way to win that, but hey, a W is a W, so.
Oh, absolutely, no disrespect to Mizumi. He was consistently winning neutral and getting good timings on his S smashes.
I mean, that's
Even
what.
if the punish game is a little weak, like that just means you outplayed your opponent that many more times.
Very true. And it's fair to point out that that's why you go to a neutral stage like that. Uh, no direct win or loss either way, or advantage either way. You're just trying to outplay them in neutral. No better stage for that than Jules. Now, I head to winners final, winner side final. That's set up for y'all. How's it going, everybody? Have in finals, but none other than Young Left, Aichi, Zetter, Raster.
Ooh, this is a really frustrating matchup for Raster, a very fun matchup for Zetter. Because what happens is all of Zetter's moves beat all of Raster's moves because Zetter has swords and Raster does not. And then if Zetter lands any combo starter, right? If he lands a bear, a nair while you're on fire, a shine if you know how to shine up strong, at 65, Raster just dies. Um, So Raster has to be really patient, really careful here to just not get blown up by Zetter's insane punish game and just superior moves. So let's see how these two play it.
Have to witness and watch this game. Get into game one. Solid start. Oh, it was a bait. It was elaborate bait.
I'd love to see it. The next level strats. Ooh.
Now, what we saw of game one, of the previous winners, I mean, is that Young Left does have a very, very solid combo tree.
Yeah,
So,
very nice punish game. Consistently getting really good percent off of his neutral wins.
okay. Granted, that punish game was on Crag, who can be a little bit easier to combo. Meanwhile, Raster is quite floaty, so it's definitely going to be different. But still, the percents are keeping even thus far. So
Actually, it was on Rano. It was
on Rano
versus.
Oh
I
right,
think it was versus Misumi.
Oh yeah, then a fast faller instead of not.
Ooh, very nice punish on the charge S strong neutral. Just flat drop reverse scraw, catching bad DI. It's making a statement. Like, all right, I'm not gonna fall for these shenanigans. I'm gonna punish them.
Still,
Speaking of punishing,
it's a pretty phenomenal anti-air, and especially when on fire like that, like that's on fire against Raster, like you're not living past 80. So it's really on it's on Aichi to maintain a control. Okay, the up special straightforward, certainly ballsy, but hey, it worked out. And these fireballs as well. Aichi will have to start parrying them if he wants to continue keeping any sort of lead in this game. Same goes with the what is it? Slipstream. You can parry that as well.
Yep. You can also just like jab it, and even if it gets jabbed, Raster will. He has the same cooldown as if you parry it until he can do it again, which lets you get a while to play neutral against Raster without Slipstream, which is how you want to be playing neutral if you can. Young left opting for a lot of F smashes, especially when you're not on fire. Without fire, down strong is just always better, pretty much.
Oh.
Oh. No DI. It just non-fire F strong from Zetter just doesn't kill.
Yeah, no,
ever on good DI.
Not necessarily. It's also well, it's fine, but only really.
Yeah, I'd like to see, if you're going to go for a strong in those scenarios, I'd like to see more down strong maybe, or just, dash dance back and forth and look for an option and punish with like a short hop there or a shine up strong or something.
Yeah, even just getting a strong aerial, getting a starter aerial in
Oh yeah,
like
absolutely.
it's just going to be infinitely better.
Yeah.
Get right into that game too again.
And the same start.
It's all a bait. See, Epic didn't. Excuse me, Young Left didn't take space.
Off of it again.
Right, this is a stage that I can understand going here right as Zetter because you get so much. You have extra recovery mix-ups. You have plenty of ways to move, plenty of ways to come down and find solid landings.
Yeah.
But it just feels like a stage that. You're basically asking for Raster to kill you.
Yeah, it could also just be like a comfort pick.
That too, yeah. It's just a very good stage, all in all. Well, there was that down strong, though.
Yeah. Aichi's just doing a really good job of recognizing what Young Left is going to be going for to try to hit him and try to kill him, and just playing around it. Either stuffing out, the slow kill moves, with a faster option, or just sort of dancing around out of range like that. Young Left is going to need to figure out a way to either set up into kill moves or mix up his timings, because Aichi right now just knows how to not get hit by them, except for that down strong.
Hey, totally. Yeah, it's just really looked like whenever it was kind of the same thing that we mentioned in the inverse, how Misumi seemed to always lack the raw damage output that Young Left can output. This is looking like the same kind of story where Aichi gets their first hit, whether it be with even just simple as a slipstream or coming up with something optimal like a nair or like a falling fair or something like that, or any of these up airs, and it just links into the rest of his kit. Meanwhile,
yeah,
most of the damage that Young Left ends up getting is often the residual burn effect rather than actual full combos. It's gonna leave him much further behind, though you don't need much to kill a Raster.
Oh yeah.
It's just
especially
it's just
when
a matter of
burn.
Yeah, but it's a matter of tempo, right? If you're not getting all these combos and you're not stringing these hits together, it can feel bad, even if you're not in a terrible spot. And that's arguably more important in a game, in a situation where you have lower level players, because just going in and feeling like something is right or good can be more powerful than what's exactly optimal. So, jeez, he's looking to kill him. Holy.
Yeah, just absolutely out for blood right now.
Yeah, big claps all around. Aichi is the best player. I mean,
maybe the best player in this amateur bracket.
Yeah,
we'll
we are in amateur bracket. That is the point. That's why I hesitate to call any player that enters a bracket, but again, super nice parry punish.
Yeah.
I hesitate to call any player if you enter a bracket just a raw you're a low level player, because that's not true, right? They're practicing for this bracket, right?
I mean, it's, in my opinion, you're low level until you win Wrath, right? And within that, there's low level, there's mid low level, there's high low level. I think I think everyone in recess is low level, and like there's nothing wrong with that, right? Everyone's trying to learn and improve, and that's how it goes. And eventually you grind up and you're no longer low level, but everyone here is. And I mean, that's including me. I haven't won RAS yet. I'm still low level.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. It just kind of depends on where you make those divides. Like I would
Yeah.
consider if you won high level, like a S, like maybe
No, no,
not.
no, no, no. If you win RAS, you're mid level, right?
Yeah,
And then you go to MS ban, and then like if you're at the level where you can or do win ban, then you're high level.
I guess that's fair. I don't know.
RAS's rivals amateur series. It's players in RAS are low level.
Okay, fair enough. Just it's interesting to think about, I guess. Just like
Yeah, for sure.
where's that cutoff? I suppose. Either way, we've got our game 3 to get to for Aichi and Younglef. There it goes.
I really like Young Left's plat movement just right off the bat, not just running in, like running around trying to find an opening. Even if it doesn't work out, like the fact that you attempt that shows a solid understanding of how to play neutral in rivals.
Yeah.
We've seen Young Left get caught with non-purple down strongs off stage a lot. One thing to work on will just be when you're going to get spiked, DI in and just know the tech timing. That's a huge part of offstage play in rivals.
Yeah, especially when it comes to down airs of like
Ooh.
rasters. Super solid conversion.
Very nice catch. And that's better raster. That's what happens. We're back to even.
Yeah, you just blow each other up, and that's kind of the way that the way that rivals in general starts to, unfortunate there, but what's the word? It's the way that a lot of rivals matchups tend to swing towards as you get to more more developed punish games. Like Raster and characters like Ori and characters like Zetterburn, like they blow you up for nothing. And this goes for a lot of characters. So
Yeah.
you have to learn how to do the same, which makes neutral a very, very tense movement fest because you don't have
Oh, is that gonna? And that is
defense.
the combo into the tornado.
Don't have defense. You just have combos, and these are why combos are important because it blows out like
Yeah.
that. Again, excellent place to find a reset from Aichi. Just being able to reset everything on a platform and then continue to bring that upwards.
Yeah. Yeah, just very solid understanding coming out from Aichi. I think you might have been caught with Tornado too high to really do anything there. But if you're at the side of Tornado like that, you can do a double stick DI, hard left or hard right, and sometimes you'll fall out. And if you're caught in the center, you want to double stick DI down. Is how to survive. Because I mean that last hit didn't purple.
Okay. Excuse me. I was praying that players had put their replays in the folder, and
And
it just
they?
they did. I had just skipped it. I downloaded a later round for this. Now it's fine. Yeah, but this is loser semis. Woo! Because now we have the route going. It's gonna be Viles and Misumi coming up next. Then the winner of that will go on to play Younglef, who just lost in winter finals, and then the winner of that goes on. Route is there. Play forward is. Got herself check out. So let's. Also, I see you, Tutley, watching a Furby. Not something I thought you would say either. But
I thought Jazz really just told him to play the intermediate defense tutorial. It's just so funny. I know that's not meant as like a barb. That's just really funny.
like, damn, you didn't have to do him like that, bro. But it's true, right? That's like one of the best things any fighting game has.
Yeah, Rivals tutorials are really good.
They're really
Except for
good.
the one where it tells you to dash attack after Zetter's up till NDA out. That's just a lie. That's propaganda. But
I mean, it's telling you. I feel like the basis of that one is this is how you combo generally.
yeah, I know. It's just
And plus, Zetter's dash attack is pretty good. Gatling.
yeah.
I mean, yeah, but it's suboptimal.
But yeah, I mean, I think the way that you learn to tech in Rivals is just by playing friendlies versus a character with a spike, and just focusing on trying to tech. Right. One of the best ways to improve, at least that I've had the most success with Rivals, is grinding really focused friendlies. Right. Not just playing and like hoping to get better through osmosis, but like for a given friendly session, having a goal of something that you're trying to implement or improve, and you're not worried about winning. You're trying to, for example, tech consistently, and that'll get you doing it a lot faster.
100%. Let's get this. Let's get this game one started. Miles Misumi. See how it goes. A couple F tilts.
Dash attack near. I feel like Misumi's like combo game has been getting progressively better throughout the tournament.
Yeah, they're just looking for stronger stuff as it goes, whether it be off of just raw, like finding stuff off of needles, or going for Nair instead of just trying to close out the combo immediately with like a sweet spot there or any sort of strong. It's that kill percents where I think they can struggle a little bit more because they hard tunnel on
landing a smash.
Yeah, which
there though it's absolutely correct. If you know Shovel Knight's gonna go to that platform, you just kill him for it. That's absolutely correct.
Yeah, and it's dash attacks, the Rano classic. Oh, the round. Oh my god. No, this is. Sorry guys. This is loser semis. Yeah. Alright, sorry about that, guys. But we got ourselves loser semis going into it, and Misumi kind of off to a phenomenal start thus far. Just starting to poke around, see what happens, and while they are rolling a ton...
Yeah, rolling and parrying.
Like, it's something that you can get away with if your buttons are just flat out good enough for one, and also if you have a means to maintain control for long periods of time, because you can honestly make your opponent forget about habits if you're just if you keep them in disadvantage or a completely separate state for long enough.
And I mean, it's on Miles to make Misumi stop rolling and parrying, right? If Misumi rolls after every whiff and by doing that avoids a punish, then Misumi should keep rolling. Yeah,
I mean, especially at this point, like Misumi has had no reason to stop rolling since they kind of get blown up for it. But this is Shovel Knight in their truest form. Got the Ghost Gloves and the Momentum Mail on deck.
And the F Smash, can't forget about that.
Oh yeah, definitely got that. Down strong after the...
Good punish on the tongue. I like the awareness to go for down film there. It's a small thing, but I think F Smash would have whiffed and Up Smash might have gotten like a weird hitbox. So going for down strong there is just smart.
Yeah, and on top of it covering both sides as well, and for a player that likes to roll, that's something something that can't be understated.
I really like Miles' Nair use. Nair is one of Shovel Knight's one of his better aerials, very good combo move, and it looks small and is sort of understated, and you sort of have to understand like wave dashing and hit pulling to use it. So you don't see a lot of low-level Shovel Knights getting that much mileage out of Nair, but Miles is, although not enough mileage to take that first game.
Not, not quite. It was a solid parry though. Like that's just kind of a recovery route that Shovel Knight players seem to like to take. Like they charge up
Yeah.
the propeller knife in order just directly on stage to see what they do about it. And a parry is the right thing to do, though it can be a little
Right.
time.
If you're not confident in parrying, though, you can just throw a projectile. Needles will just beat it. Fireball beats it.
Game two. I don't know. It's okay. I can understand this stage. Yeah, it's one of those where you want to blow them up for rolling a lot more. You're trying to make your punishes matter a little bit more. On top of the fact that you're recovering with a massive anchor, going to these platforms is just a natively good mix-up.
Yeah. And the thing is, if you know how to, exploit a roll or a parry habit, it's not just that like you can punish the habit, it's that you can extend your advantage state in ways that you otherwise wouldn't be able to. Right? If you hit someone and you're comboing them and then they're going to get to land, if you know what they're going to do when they land is parry, then you just get to extend that advantage state for free.
Yeah, that's a free starter. Or it's at least the time to get over for something.
Yeah.
It's interesting to see a good parry. It's kind of the standard like parry Misumi has been doing quite often. But it's interesting to see how Miles makes use of movement with just with the air dodge exclusively. Like they've been air dodging like up and in almost all 8 of the directions that you can, just for a sake of like positioning rather than purely defense, which is interesting to note for a character that isn't known to have the best move. Momentum mail notwithstanding.
Misumi holding in on, I think, 3 jabs in a row there. I'd like to see more just awareness to DI out on those scary starters. That's just rough though. You can be forgiven for not teching that.
Yeah, it's a little bit of a tough one because you tech the first one and I think the second one too, but Anchor's big. Like most of Shovel Knight's moves, they're just absurdly huge.
Yeah. Yeah, someone in chat said Misumi should just parry Anchor with tongue. Or not parry, punish Anchor with tongue. I think that's a great idea. If you know Shovel Knight's going to have to land, the timing doesn't matter at all. You can just tongue.
That's where a stage
Unless
like
you
this...
can go to a plat.
Yeah, that's where a stage like this really ends up being helpful. But even still, like if you're forcing Shovel Knight to go to to one of these 2 platforms, then if they're in deep enough, you can just find something like an up tilt or an up strong. And if they're going to the edge of a platform, then wave land on and go for a bigger punish.
But well, that's game 2.
Yeah, it's kind of an unceremonious end, but an end nonetheless. We go, and Frozen Fortress, kind of the Rano counterpick today. I go.
Yep.
Yeah, just rolling right past these tongues is been surprisingly effective today, and please DI on Shovel Knight jab, please.
Yeah, dash attack, jab, F strong. You should not get hit by.
It's
I like that. I like when Shovel Knights do like cheeky on stage fishing. I think it's a decent mix up.
It's a pretty nice purely vertical hitbox, vertical and disjointed hitbox for a natural habit that players do. Like if I'm trying to punish an opponent, in the air. I'm trying to get around underneath them and maybe even jump at them, which it
And
stuffs
again,
perfectly.
DI in on the F tilt, just getting Misumi killed.
Carry on the jab doesn't matter. Those jab checks are going to be huge later into the set like this, where your opponent is parrying a ton. Like you can just jab to figure out, hey, are you still going to be parrying? Yes. All right, I can disengage, or I can wait this out.
That bear was actually really smart to punish the down air. Because, like, you can tell that bear wasn't just mashing. You have to, like, actually position yourself to not trade or lose to Shovel Knight's massive disjointed down air.
Yeah, it's gotta be well timed. So Misumi's starting to kind of, yeah, this is the power of momentum, man. Dash attacks into dash attacks.
Yeah, it feels so bad to get hit by because he's just like, it looks so silly and he's just going back and forth, you know?
But it works.
Good tech.
Downstrung as well, coming for just...
I like the mobile gear setup there, using the mobile gear to cover potential landing zone in front of him and then charging the up smash with the block to cover retreats to the platforms. Misumi probably had to try to like stall with tongue or something, or just get really far behind Shovel Knight. That was good option coverage.
Yeah, I would say to, like, when it comes to a lot of Shovel Knight's more awkward tools, like, to not necessarily be afraid of something like mobile gear, because while can be an issue head onward, and can be a lot of trouble with just in raw neutral, you can still land on it, so it doesn't and
parry it,
as well as parry it. So
you
don't have to fear it as much as like a way to cover landings, especially for Rano having good airspeed. You can purely land on it, jump off, and have all of your resources reset while Shovel Knight is stuck there charging an up strong in.
True. The Chad move there, if the timing works out, is to just fast fall, parry mobile gear, and then like combo him off of it.
That is pretty Chad. Alright, let's get into game number 4. Not Misumi. You guys just seem to have gained a total control after game 1.
Yeah,
it's a little bit stressful.
Seems to have just gotten the download on Misumi here. But it seemed like that before.
Meals. Okay, sorry about that. That's
Meals.
Meals. Thank you.
Got it.
Names are important. If I've been mispronouncing your name, let me know. Meals. Okay. And oh my god, I just registered that we're on Treetop, which is it's interesting to say the least. I'm not sure how how a stage like this really benefits you from a advantage point of view. While these platforms are certainly in a really strong spot,
this is theoretically like a bad stage for Rano, but I actually really like it versus Shovel Knight, because Shovel Knight in general is sort of bad at dealing with verticality, right? His up tilt is really slow, his up air is slow and committal, and doesn't have a great hitbox, and like, so platform play with like high plats is very strong versus Shovel Knight, so I like the pick.
The main question I have is, like, in terms of verticality, the only stage that's the only part of the stage that really is helpful, despite the stage itself being rather small, is this is the right platform. This left platform feels like it's perfect for Meals just to hang out under, whether it be looking for something like up tilt, or being able to constantly weave yourself in and out between it, and not have to worry about the left platform, or the right platform. So that is contingent on getting a lead more so, and forcing Misumi to approach, which he now has.
Ooh,
there we go.
That's rough. That's a tilter.
Yeah.
Just getting F tilt, F stronged, and then just not recovering. That's rough. But Misumi taking the stock right back, and we got an even game. Yeah. Meals is just getting so much mileage off of jab and F tilt here because Misumi's just really consistently DIing in.
it's been rough if you're kind of granting your opponent these massive punishes. That was that would have been a heck of a way to end out the stock, but
Yeah.
good DI to get out of the propeller, and
Nice spacing around the tongue and good punish. Ooh.
did DI in though. While he didn't need to tech, he does get the wall jump, so he's still ever so fully thriving. And these
Ooh, very nice. Good play with the block. Hitting your little cave of life.
the dust gauntlets, but good jump on Misumi's part. Yet not
Ooh,
finding.
and that'll do it.
Not finding
Yeah,
the whiff punish off of the dust gauntlets that they were looking for right away, which is a pretty hard move. With punish,
Yeah.
getting caught by down strong.
Yeah. Very solid adaptation from Niels after the first game of that set. Just caught on to some of the exploitable things Misumi was doing and just took it all the way to the bank.
Now we have got ourselves going to losers final. Going to still Miles. Still
Niels.
Meals. Still Meals. God, habit is hard to break. Still Meals for sure. But we're going to be seeing, instead of Misumi's Wano, be getting Young Left's Crag.
Crag.
Not Crag. Zetterburn. Oh my God. Where is my head?
It's alright, it's late. Yeah, it was gonna be really sad if he switched to Crag, the betrayal.
Yeah, that would have been that would have been a complete change in a. Yeah, so Zetter Crag feels like it's gonna be. It's gonna be one of those tools, one of those matchups that, like Zetterburn, most of the time he can anti-air pretty effectively with things like anti-air and catch landings with things like F tilt and up tilt, and have full use of the stage, have full use of horizontal with fireball projectile. In a matchup like this, because Shovel Knight just has awkward tools to get around all of this stuff, this might be one of those matches where you want a slightly wider stage, and you just have to move around Shovel Knight and wait for him to extravagantly win.
Yeah, Zetter in this matchup, Zetter wants to go to, like, Frozen Fortress and run around on the plats and throw fireballs and take advantage of the fact that Shovel Knight's really bad at approaching diagonally upwards and just, like, press him with your plat drop fair, which is a huge disjoint that beats all of Shovel Knight's moves except for, like, bear. You're just playing the run away and have better hitboxes game.
See how that pans out for well, oops, but ooh, movie magic. Don't worry about it. Alright, it's game one on Merchant. Not necessarily the quintessential best stage to start on if you're Shovel Knight, but it's something that you can make do with.
Yeah, I mean, all of the starters are fine.
Yeah, no, I'm aware, Aichi. I'm aware that I transitioned a little early. That is very astutely aware. Very, thank you. Excuse my sarcasm. Oh, parry on that as well. Is that gonna be? Oh, he died straight in, which is.
Yeah, that was just lucky that. Yeah.
I mean,
that was the I'm trying to die.
yeah, please kill me. Unfortunately, Mios does not respond or does not submit to this.
Get the kill.
Yeah.
I really like Young Left's use of Nair. I think it's really easy as like a new Zetter player to look at Nair and be like, oh, this hitbox sucks, and if they DI out, you don't get anything. But like Nair is really, really good, and I like Young Left's use of it.
I feel like it's one of those like higher reward starters. While you can start spacing out with fair or looking for things, looking for ways to set up into up tilt. Air just
Yeah.
has these like raw true combos, and on top of being like quick enough to be compared to things like Shine, while it's not as fast as Shine, it's of similar
Yeah.
speed, which can certainly help
Really?
when coming out of hit stun.
Yeah, really nice up air juggles from Young Left as well, by the way. But not many like flat drop approaches, flat drop up airs, flat drop bears, whatever. Which is, and that one will do it. That one will kill.
All right, easy tidbit one. DI down strong, Shovel Knight's down strong, out.
But not all the way out, or
No.
you'll die off the side, because Shovel Knight is fun.
Yeah, up and out, but
Yeah. It depends on like the part of the move you get hit in and where you are on the stage. But if you get hit by it in center stage, you should definitely be DIing out at that percent. Oh, and unfortunate SD getting side B instead of probably down B or up B there.
yeah.
That's the classic Zender SD. I felt that one.
A little bit of a fat finger. As you move into a game. Honestly, just like an immediate counter pick you can do is just like I need more space to move. Niels was doing a really good job of finding himself in strong spots to get underneath the side platforms and utilizing the safety from that to throw out the massive anti-air that is built. But while it may be a little slow, it's just hard to punish the platform. You need something with a lot of space to counteract that, just to escape such as that.
Yeah, absolutely. Going to Air Armada game 2. Solid counter pick.
A Nair conversion at the start. Oh, and falling Nair too. This should be pretty decent stuff. Following up with the Fireball is pretty solid, honestly. I really like when Zetters end their combos with a move like Fireball, because it keeps your forward momentum going and sets them afire. It's the same thing. It's like similar with how back air is a really solid finisher of a true combo, because you're still maintaining advantage. Have a good night, Tutley. And have a good night, Shovel Knight. Is it really? Oh, it's like more. Not finishing before midnight, guys. Sorry.
I'm a CST, so it's not even 11 yet for me.
Oh, I'm an East Coast. Just that's what. Still, massive lead right now for Young Left. He's kind of taking the space and riding with it.
Yeah, and that'll sus DI in the F strong. That'll do it. Got a really big lead to play with here. Slightly smaller lead now.
Still definitely like something you can hold on to, but you do have to respect the momentum now. It's the fact that it's on deck transition Shovel Knight's burst range to be that much wider, which is terrifying.
But I mean, as we're talking about this, Young Left has got meals up to 64% already, right? That this is like 15% off of kill percent, and now it's kill percent on this stage for like a Gatling, right? That almost killed. Like, Meals has to be really, really careful here with how they move and what they get hit by.
Very much so.
Like that. Ooh, that roll was almost.
I mean, the way he loses this game is DIing in on or DIing down strong poorly.
That.
Heller.
But Young Left here is getting antsy and sort of fishing for the kill. The trap that's really easy to fall into as a lower level player. When you have a lead like this and they're on last stock, you just want to close it out and land something. Wait. Taking that game, do we not have only three replays here?
No. We, Hey. Yeah. only 3 replays here. I was,
That,
my guy quit on the last game. So,
so like, there's not a replay from the last game because if you quit out, it doesn't get saved. Probably. That's unfortunate.
oh. Okay, so game 4 then is lost, I guess.
Yeah. But no, the thing is, like, if you're in a situation
Sorry,
like that
guys,
with
immersion broken, whatever.
with a lead like that, if you just go fishing for kill moves, you can get come back on by a player that recognizes what you're doing and adapts to it by just avoiding the kill moves that you're mashing. At that percent, you want to be playing safe, poking, looking for an opening, right? You don't want to be mashing strong. You want to be a Zetter, like looking for a plat drop fair, looking for a plat drop near one up smash, safe kill moves that you can go for without getting exploited and came back on.
Yeah, and the reason why like Aramata is so good because it gives you plenty of room to dash dance and plenty of room to like make yourself threatening even when you're not committing to anything. Like this.
Yeah.
Peace. Spirit Tree is similar in that regard, though the platforms are a little bit more beneficial for Shovel Knight.
Yeah, Spirit Tree also, those plats are really good for Zetter to combo onto and then kill you at 50 with an up smash.
Oh yeah, like this is kind of a do or don't kind of stage, and Niels is looking like the doer in this kind of situation because I mean you're going to a stage here for.
Ooh, I respect it. Oh, and he makes it back.
Both of them do. Very nice techs on both their shots.
Yeah, that was good. I thought one or both of them was just going to die there.
I kind of hoped both of them would die, not going to lie. That would be pretty funny, and that's certainly a way to close out that game, though. Or that stock.
Yeah.
And Neil is looking in a similar way, right, to how he transitioned from the user side set, where he would drop a game, but he would gather so much more information than his opponents in each one of those games. So game 3 Meals looks completely different from game 1.
Yeah.
Yeah, fire boosted F strong is certainly gonna take it, no sweat, but it's a heck of a deficit, and I guess we already know like he'll win the game because oh sorry guys, but at least we can understand that like this kind of play style as Zetter where there's just where you're being hyper aggressive to the point of like haphazard button placement like isn't going to work against a player that's solid with a solid player period, but also a player with a solid character like Shovel Knight because he can contest hitboxes. Like that's what Shovel Knight is arguably best at doing.
Yeah, and I mean, very nice dare F strong to take it. I think this set just sort of feels like Niels is just overall more comfortable with the game than Young Left, and that's just sort of how it goes. Autobot Jazz asked Toobu, what do you do against Shovel Knights with this playstyle as Zetter? What you do is, okay, so the thing about Shovel Knight is that he's really bad at dealing with fireball camping, and he's really bad at approaching Zetter diagonally upwards, because basically, Zetter's plat drop fair beats anything that Shovel Knight wants to do. He can't really up air you because it's just a purely vertical hitbox, and you like wave dash back and punish it. He can't nair; it just loses to fair. Up tilt is really slow and committal. So you play it almost like the Claren matchup, where you just hang out on the platforms and whiff punish him and hit him with fireball when he runs away, and then he just sort of dies. It's a really annoying playstyle to have to play. It's not a fun matchup, but Zetter definitely has the tools.
Yeah, he's just kind of one of those characters, right? Like, it's unfortunate to put it like this because I mean there are players that play Shovel Knight that like Shovel Knight, but it's like he's one of those characters that you have to quote unquote deal with and not play against.
Yeah,
And
yeah, that's a good way of putting it.
but either way, we've got Aichi and Meals coming up for grand finals. Oh, so fun fact for game one, Aichi will starting game one off frag, but like for real.
Interesting choice.
Grand finals. Oh, right first before. All right, get this started. The Crag. Maybe this is like a planned Shovel Knight counter pick. Like you're not trying to mess with Shovel Knight under his own, or mess with Shovel Knight in a little bit more of a glass floor kind of a case that Raster can be. So you experiment with the Crag, go heavy on heavy.
Yeah.
And hey, it's always good to have a secondary or have a counterpick idea. Like I think having characters in most fighting games is going to help you once like as solved as well, not even that's not even true. Like I was gonna bring up melee as one that's relatively solved, but
Yeah.
even Fox players are picking up Sheik for Marth, and Marth players are picking up Fox for like that.
I think at this level of play, you're gonna get way more mileage out of just improving at your one character. Maybe it's good for like a top player to have a secondary, but I don't know.
Yeah, improvement, different argument, and you are. I do agree that you should focus. You should definitely have a definitive main versus a definitive secondary if you are going to try and pick up two characters and put more time into that main. But if you like in a vacuum, I feel like having a secondary or at the very least another character in your pocket that you can pull out for certain matchups or certain situations that feel right, depending on how good your game sense is. Like I feel like that's only going to be helpful. And let's see how helpful it is. That transition. There we go. Okay, Meal's off to a strong start. Quick 45. No big deal.
Yep. Just kind of rolling and dash attacking past one another. Oh, that could be it. Oh,
Now, Mild,
that was so close to death.
Mild, if you're still in chat, this may be beneficial for you to show like how good up air is as a combo finisher, and just how many situations where it proves prevalent over fair or bear, specifically in center stage. If you're still here, of course. But either way, that's still it's still really solid to see Aichi like commit to those vertical kill moves, since these will be normally a lot more consistent. Nice. Super solid combo out of the side B.
And just catching that jump with the down strong, very solid. Getting clipped by the anchor. Again, we've sort of been talking about this all tournament, but you don't want to just start committing to charging a strong. You want to punish on your edge guard reactively, right? Because that just lets you get reversaled. Meals saw that it was charging, knew that he could hit him for it with up B.
Very wide pillar. Usually that allows players to get out there and mess with them, but Meals was a little bit too far.
Yeah, and I mean, there we saw reacting to the up B landing rather than preemptively charging a strong and letting Meals drift away.
Punishing Chester. All right, love to see it. And
yep. Love the back airs. Oh. I really like how aggressive.
Yeah, that's a pretty decent trade, not gonna lie. If you're Aichi. Like, it's something that Meals might have been in a rough spot regardless, so you have to take the stock trade over anything else. But if you're Aichi, that's just kind of the exact position you want to be in. after
Yeah.
such a rough start. Yeah, that trade. It's fine. Oh, he committed too early to the tilt. Kind of assumed it would hit, which still let him get punished for
Ooh.
it.
I really like Niels' dare usage.
Yeah, he commits to it pretty well, but always
That's a little more suspect.
he always kind of commits to these moves when he already has like momentum going. So
Yeah.
he's able to keep himself mobile even if it's not weaving in and out. And yeah, that's
I like how you said momentum and mobile.
yeah, you know.
Yeah, that are, relic names.
Oh yeah, God, pick up on that at all. Haha. Anyway, some stuff from game one for meals. Also for meals, it's probably pretty easy to kind of fall for that bait though. I can understand why that just kind of worked in a high string situations like that where like 1-2 of the dust gauntlets into a charge F strong, you bait out the parry, you bait out the potential tap or whatever out because you have that. As Aichi does in fact back to Blazing Hideout. Okay. Yeah, I mean, I can understand that, Aichi. What I find interesting is that it wasn't even that bad of an L. Like, it was a last stock, last hit kind of game. You fell for a pretty, like, a common mix-up, but it's still a mix-up. Like, I don't know. With a set to play, maybe you go 2 games with a Crag, maybe you don't. I mean, it's fine.
Yeah, I mean, I think it, just do whatever you're feeling. If you're feeling Raster and not Craig, that's
Yeah,
I think that's a good decision.
That's absolutely valid, yeah. Plus, you had the ability to counterpick as well, so maybe you go for a counterpick that's really strong for Raster, and you could have then switched off in the next game because you're going to Niels'
Ooh, and the
counterpick.
parry on the side B, very nice. But sorry, go ahead.
No, I'm just thinking about like character counterpick theory and how like you have this character that's really strong on X stage and you can counterpick there. So you can switch over to Raster and be fine. And if you're a little bit more comfortable in the matchup raw with Crag because of just practice or pre-bracket experience with other Shovel Knight players, then you can switch back to Crag for Niels' counterpick and see what that gets you. Again,
sure.
This kind of experimental idea comes with the
Ooh.
super solid combo, by the way.
Yeah, really nice conversion there. Achi's just kind of been kind of a step above with his ability to consistently actually convert neutral wins into stocks or into a maintained advantage state. Has a really clear idea of what he wants to get with Raster.
It's been pretty good to see, and that's why it's kind of the next step up for a lot of players in this game, and you can kind of see that with Aichi like starting to take shape, like or not even starting but actually taking solid shape and form. Like you need to make sure that when you win neutral, like it actually matters instead of just getting these 1 to 2 big hits, as saying prior, where it's like I won neutral and I got a smash attack, like. Fine.
And now we're in neutral again.
Yeah, it's better than nothing. It's better than losing neutral, but it doesn't.
And
It has no staying power.
yeah, all of those stocks very clean. First stock was parrying Shovel Knight side B, which it takes a lot of confidence and timing to do. Second stock was that nice combo into the up strong. Third stock was Nair up strong. Aichi just really consistent with the punishes and with the setups.
Yeah, it just seemed like he was good, flat out, like good at understanding where on the stage he can use to reset his advantage and how long he can keep combos going. In most cases, was until SK died.
Yeah.
Stage
Hate this
background
stage.
stage background's so weird. Training room. It's funky.
Yeah.
It's a good kind of funky, and I'm glad that it has this skin. But like, give me platforms, please. Thanks. Bye.
I hope they do the taunt thing, where you like get it to show a tip.
Oh yeah. Go Orby.
Aichi is relying a lot on Nair in Slipstream to just sort of get in neutral. I'd like to see Meals maybe catch on to that and start going for like jab or something to just stuff out the Nair, because Shovel Knight's hitboxes for the most part will just beat Raster's hitboxes if the Shovel Knight times it right.
Yeah, I mean, it's the power of having a disjoint, but
Yeah.
it still comes down to like how and when he's able to get out those hitboxes entirely, because Aichi seems to be really suffocating with his advantage thus far. So you can never sleep on Shovel Knight's raw damage output and just like raw kill power.
That air dodge through the up B to get a punish was really smart too. The punish itself didn't really pan out, but it was smart.
Yeah, I mean that's the important.
The little hop to collect the fish.
I think what's important. Okay, yeah. I mean, this is kind of where Rivals Recess really is at its best, where you experience a lot of varying characters at similar levels, so you can get a lot of that matchup experience. I forgot my first point.
Top 8, 5 Elianas.
Yeah. Well, that's.
But no, the point is taken. I think that's generally true.
Yeah, for the most part.
Ooh, just rough DI on the F tilts and then rough DI on the F strong. Yeah, the way you want to DI Shovel Knight F tilt and fair is if you're hit by it at the hilt, you want to DI up and in because then you can jump out. If you're hit by it towards the middle or towards the tip, you want to DI down and out in tech. If you do DI out on the inside hit or DI in on the outside hit, you're gonna get F smashed or just continue the train and you're gonna die.
Oh, that was my other point that I was thinking of. Niels is a big fan of SK Downstrom.
Yeah.
Which is it's worked out thus far.
Yeah. And yeah, taking that game pretty convincingly.
Yeah, just that's I guess the power of Endless Abyss or Training Room.
Stinky stage.
SK does a really nice job of catching landings if they're allowed to control space, and all tutorial grid is just raw space for SK to control and to get over, especially with momentum mail on deck. Didn't have, he chose the strong attack guy, but that comes with the benefit of, while Raster's airspeed is really good, he doesn't cover horizontal as quickly as he covers vertical.
Yeah.
Game 4 of grand finals. Eventually we will comes the looks like he missed his jump input, so that caused that combo to end prematurely. Certainly unfortunate, but he keeps it going, so no harm, no foul.
Yeah. Yeah, it looked like he was gonna whiff punish the Shovel Knight Dare out of hit stun there, but just opted to back off and throw Slipstream instead. Didn't end up mattering, but a little bit more aggression there could have helped extend advantage more. And yeah, people gotta DI out on Shovel Knight stuff, man.
Yeah, I mean he was hit closer to the hilt though, and that's
that's true. That's true.
I don't know.
Just in general, I don't know. I feel like Meals just all night has been landing F tilde F strong, and that's like not something that should be consistent at all.
I mean, that's hey, rivals
But I mean, if it
resets.
works, there's nothing against Meals. Like if it keeps working, keep doing it. I'm just saying Meals' opponents should DI it better.
Yeah, that's where it comes with what Aichi was saying in chat. Like he's the SK inexperience. It can really come
That's
into play.
rough.
Man, how many of these fish are he gonna get?
Nice up clap though, even it back up. Yeah, and I mean, lack of matchup knowledge is totally understandable. Shovel Knight's weird to fight.
Yeah, at very least, I don't know if this is actually true, but at very least he has been banning Fire Capital, so +1 points for that.
Very true.
That,
falling out.
that
Oh,
up
that
till
was
under.
that was kind of nice, almost.
Yeah, unfortunate for SK up air being just so easy to fall out of, and you.
Oh wow. And that's the reset, right?
Yeah, no, that is back the. That's not sure. Yeah, oof. That's it's a big oof coming out from Aichi. We head over to True Finals.
See if Aichi can figure something out, make some adaptations, and bring it home, or if Niels is going to take it.
Those and get the next set, which is the same players, but it is still the next set. Either way, game 1 of the reset. What's up?
Going to gates.
Pretty consistent starter. Like,
yeah. Was Aichi using the skin before?
No.
Yeah, got the switch to the I think the champion raster. Gonna maybe find some strength.
I feel like color counter picks mostly is just for aesthetic, but there is ways you can apply solid theory to it. Like there was a player from from New England, that the color of his skin would symbolize the way he had to play against players, and actively switching would remind him of that. Like if he was red, he'd play more aggro. If he was green, he'd play more defensive. And it was just like an in-game reminder, so he didn't get too far ahead of himself, which was
interesting.
Like a neat way to go about like color coordination and play style. Will it work for everybody? Who knows? Probably not, actually. But it's
Aichi. Yeah, Aichi really consistent with the parries on Shovel Knight side B, which is not easy, especially with online and turning nerves.
Yeah, online.
Showing just control of your character, of understanding space, and that was an excellent conversion. Is laddering him way up to the top and purpling. Aichi looking like found some resolve here. Figured something out between sets.
Champion skin, champion mindset, and champions re-DI like that.
Oh, although
it was tied at 50. God, SKF strong, man.
Yeah.
It's a heck of a move. There it comes out. Good weave thanks to the slipstream in order to get out of danger just in case. And like when it comes to air, it's like Aichi's doing a really great job of forcing Meals into the air and then keeping him there. Like he's been bouncing him up and down up and down and all around these platforms without letting him touch the actual base of the stage whenever he finds
Yeah.
these huge hits. So
Yeah, if you don't want to deal with Shovel Knight F Strong, just keep him in the air. Like
don't.
yeah, just keep hitting him. Just kill him.
And just kill him.
Yeah. Can't F Strong if you're dead.
Yeah, pretty close to that thus far. The momentum mail is going to make it a little bit more tricky.
Picking up gear.
An interesting late game item. But
Yeah.
I guess he only had the money for it. Gear is rather cheap.
Yeah. Yeah, I really like Gear's ability to just sort of control space. Ooh, and missing the parry on the anchor there. That'll do it.
Not dying
Alright.
out of it.
Well, Shovel Knight at 192, Raster at 0.
Even.
Both at kill percent.
Yep. Alright, parry on the gear. Alright, it's very least good to see that they're aware of that.
Last hit situation here.
No way. Come on, really? Really?
Like I said, last hit. Last stock. That Meals making a really good comeback game 1, catching unfortunate DI on the bear.
That's oof. Not gonna lie, oof. It's one of those games that just deflates you. Because I mean,
I feel like the way to think about that, if you're Aichi, is you were winning the whole game, you were outplaying him, you adapted, and then you just got caught with bad DI, and like that happens. But it's not gonna happen another 2 games this set. Like that game is like a proof of theory that Aichi can win. I think that's how you have to think about that.
yeah, just good concepts, lacking execution. But execution comes with time. You've got the time. It's a long best of 5s.
Yeah.
In platform fighters are long.
Yeah, I mean, even like good execution, except for DIing that bear at the end, right? Like
yeah. Crucial errors of select crucial errors. We'll have to see how it goes. Tower of Heaven. Okay, well, solid DI at the start, up and out, get him right out of the F strongs. Learning. This is the third up air. That could have been quite huge. Parry as well to try and keep it going at the very least. The slipstream certainly helping him in that regard.
Yep. Ooh, good tech.
Yeah, tech rolled so he could be missing the finisher. I think that's certainly where Aichi can suffer with some of his combo game. Really great parry, no punish whatsoever, but still solid parry. Some of his combo game, he plays a little bit too reserved and therefore doesn't follow as well as he should for these finishers, which can lead to spots like this where you still die first despite having a 100% lead. You're playing a little bit too safe. Yeah, that won't do it for a while. Fortunate, but now at least you can get some stuff started again without having to worry about finding a stray kill move and get yourself back into combo. Get your opponent back into combo.
And just jumping right over the charged F strong there. Not jumping over that one though, and some sus DI is gonna be death. Ooh, and sus DI and the tornado as well. Just trading stocks.
That's what I mean, right? That started very low. That tornado started very, very low. But it's still a prominent finisher, and it's It's worth it to at very least, like, you're testing Mules' like DI check.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, careful with that DI on down strong though. That's for sure. Starting to hunt for some of these big F strongs a little bit more. Damage is racking up plentifully.
Ooh. I love Raster aerial down B. It's just so cool.
I like the effect that it has, like, both in aerial. Hey, what a punch!
Nice scrawl. Again, though, both players throughout the set sort of dying to things that you can survive if you just have a little bit more situational awareness. Right, obviously you're not gonna like DI scrawl correctly on reaction, but like if you get parried there, you sort of know Raster's gonna upbeat you. You can just start holding up and in.
I guess it depends on how prepared Mules was for any given input. Right? Like, is it a foregone conclusion that it's an up B there? Usually, yeah, but
I mean, Aichi's been parry punishing with up B very consistently these sets, and also like unless he runs past you and crosses you up, like you're never gonna die for doing up and in there.
I mean,
but you'll die for not doing up and in, which is what happened.
I mean, we have the benefit of we've seen more than one Aichi sets compared to me. This is now game.
True. This is game like.
4 games.
6?
5. Yeah, this will be game 7. They've played
Game
6
7.
games.
Gotcha.
But yeah, I know what you mean though. It's just kind of what's Raster's grounded kill move. Oh, exclusively upbeat? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I thought he was gonna like combo off of it. Oh, the double parry and the
He only parried a jab though, so it's
yeah,
perfectly fine. Jab check's important. It's actually something that given Shovel Knight's incredibly fast jab, it's something we haven't seen more.
yeah.
Just as just like he can wave dash forward, especially the momentum mode, like wave dash forward and just test the waters.
Yeah, it's such a good jab. Aichi, though, in general, doing a really nice job sort of using Raster's jumps and general aerial mobility to sort of just weave in and out of Shovel Knight's threat bubble and hit him. Unfortunately, having more trouble closing out the stock. And if... Ooh, okay, good. Fell out of the up air. That was almost death.
Pushing pretty hard, but
okay.
the DI gets him out of the...
Ooh, and rough DI in the F strong. That one's... I'm a little surprised that one didn't purple, honestly. Probably needed very precise DI.
Still living. That's the... This is a Raster and Icy's Achilles heel, like finding the stocks when it matters.
Yeah, this is just the Marthritis. What do you hit here? Like, what do you do? Oh, and that's really rough. Catching DI out on the dare with F strong with like 240% 3 stock. That's a rough way to go.
I mean, I can understand being pissed in a spot like that, Aichi.
Yeah, yeah, that's frustrating. Just like not being able to find the stock. Yeah,
you're forcing yourself to think in a lot more linear ways at that point then, because you're like, oh, I need to find this kill right now. I don't even know like
what Raster's looking for there. Like what kill, like up tilt? I don't even know like what Raster's options are because there are no like setups left.
Yeah, I mean,
like up tilt nair maybe. I don't know. That's just a rough situation. Like maybe I don't know, like slipstream something.
Maybe you're kind of like dash attack to dash attack to clap, up tilt back air, raw scrawl. And against Shovel Knight probably like nair and
you would bear. You can probably whiff punish stuff with like flat drop bear.
Yeah.
But I mean, yeah,
If you have
that's just
slipstream
hard.
up low enough, maybe dash attack is becomes an option. Clap. And even still, then raw clap collapse could be a little bit safer than a raw scrawl, but at
Yeah,
250, that's just
yeah.
it's the weakness of the character, and arguably his only weak, depending on how you feel. Raw scrawl is old. Noted. Game 4 going. Same stage.
HE's game plan, I guess, just to try to divide the 250% dealt over multiple stocks this time.
Ah, right, Ledge. That makes sense. Yeah, just like, hey, if I could kill you at like 130, then again at 120, we're both at last stock.
Yeah. Or right now at 93, but not quite.
Just not. But still,
Yeah.
that's at least putting the fear into meals, and it sets up for other stuff.
Yeah, but like almost dying to torn. Ooh, that's rough. Missing the tech on the block.
Now that's tilting. Because it doesn't even feel like you got killed or outplayed by your opponent, just like an errant random object.
Yeah. And here, Meal's just racking up the percent. It's feeling like a repeat of last game. If you're Aichi here, you probably really want to find the stock quickly and not let it snowball like last game. And doing just that, punishing the shop.
There comes 3.
And now we're back to even.
More than even? No, it was too low to get to fully kill, but that's still, again, like, that's good damage, and throwing out those full combos just, like, it just kind of feels good, right? To finish a combo and to know that, like, oh yeah, I got max damage.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like that's really important in low to mid levels. It's like playing a game and feeling good about it, feeling good about your decision making is honestly step one before. Well, practice is step 0, but step 1 is just to make sure that when you're playing, it doesn't feel like you're like playing off tilt or misinputting.
Yeah, good DI in the F strong there, which I think is notable given that there's been so much bad DI on F strong. Like having the presence of mind to DI it correctly there, I think that shows that like Aichi's still got fight in him, you know, still adapting.
Yeah,
and taking that stock, and we're back to even.
Yeah, not letting him get to 200, instead just kind of exclusively looking for bear in that spot was, I mean, it's the way you gotta have to play sometimes after your thresholds are gone. Like, I'm gonna throw out my raw kill moves. Oh, that would have killed if it hit, but Aichi DIing down and away to get away from it, and now has a second lease on life. Not okay. Yeah, the damage just gone.
I don't even know what move that was that like landed on the plat. Felt super weird. But Aichi just doing a great job sort of air camping Shovel Knight with all of his jumps, all of his mobility, and just whiff punishing the greedy options and takes the game that way.
Yeah, it's
very nice stuff. Good adaptation.
It's a whiff punish they hadn't been going for as well. Like, you would kind of let SK throw out his big move. Like, I'm just gonna not deal with him. But when you,
and I mean, the flip side of that is Meals getting really frustrated there and just deciding to charge an up strong. Like,
you throw the block up, but you actually expected to hit anything?
Yeah. I think he was hoping to sort of edge guard with it, because at that point Raster was like high on that side of the stage, but you have to remember that Raster is super fast in the air and can be behind you and hitting you before you finish charging the strong.
Yeah. It's the slipstream though, which keeps that combo to a minimum. That is why Meals likes down strong. Because even after parry punishes or in kind of spaghetti situations like that, a lot of players throw out the panic parry, and down strong beats that. It beats that without having to worry about beating.
Okay,
with the
I like the
slipstream
attempt.
ran out.
Oh, that's rough. That's just unfortunate. This is game 5 of Sep 2, right?
Yes.
Yeah, so everything's on the line here.
This is the last set of the tournament, whether both players like it or not.
Oh, going for a down air
That's
there
game.
instead of clap or scraw, that's rough. Just a little bit of spaghetti.
A lot of bit of spaghetti as Aichi's starting to
And
tunnel.
the head DI and the F strong, that's frustrating. Definitely easy to get tilted in this situation, but takes the stock, just has to take 2 more.
Oh yeah, the dare was fine. He was you're tunneling too hard and now you're overextending. Like that's really what this game looks like to me, where you're despite it not being game 3 is still very conscious in your mind and you don't want it to happen again. So you're just throwing yourself at the Shovel Knight and seeing what sticks. And
that's it.
And
Meals takes the bracket.
Yeah.
Congrats to Meals. Congrats to Aichi. Great play from both.
Yeah, just red vision, straightforward. I'm gonna blow the Shovel Knight up when I get the hit. And Meals, Shovel Knight's so good, especially with things like down air, at counter hitting. But GG's to everybody that joined, and GG's to that grand finals. That was really good, despite the despite the online nature. It was just really well played from both. Seemed like very evenly matched.
Very good games.
Yeah, that's gonna do it for this bracket. I hope everyone had a good time. Hope everyone looks forward to coming back to next week. Or I don't know if it'll be on this stream, but so you're all in the Discord, so Rivals Recess runs every single Sunday. Check it out, of course, and join and attempt to get into either this or the main bracket and have a good time either way, learning and developing your rivals.
Yep. Rivals Recess is a great way to get some bracket experience, have fun, get some wins. So,
of course, if you're interested, you can follow us right on our Twitters, which are up there. You can find me at UELSOUL. You could also follow the stream. I'm live every single Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Hopefully more, because, I mean, I'm going to pop my metaphorical, like, confetti springers. I finished my last college class, so now I don't have to worry about that anymore. I just have to worry about graduation and all that setup. But that is a much easier problem.
Yeah. Follow me on Twitter, too. My tweets are so based.
I'm glad it was helpful. And thank you, Toobu, of course, for joining me and supplying with some more deeper knowledge than I currently have at this point.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Yeah, good shit to everyone, and of course, congrats to Meals, Okami in that. So, I'll see you all, and I believe main bracket is still going, so I'm gonna raid them. Get that go. Of course, feel free to drop a follow live every single Friday, Saturday, Sunday. I already said that already, but wink, wink, please do it. I didn't set up alerts for this scene. But hey, raid over to Cyberhex Maniac with the mainstream. Heading over there soon. I'll go. See you. Raid now.
That was fun.
Was fun. Oh, you left.